until your house shows up, we have no other options. I'm willing to give anything a try at this point.
You'd welcome that Telvanni schemer into town after all he's done? You truly are a fool, Lothar. To oblivion with the lot of you.
Please tell me you have good news. I don't think I've got the stamina for another disaster. What did Revis say? Can he help us or not? A royal egg? The Telvanni had a Kwama queen just lying around? I guess I shouldn't be surprised. This might actually work. It would take an army to shove a full-grown queen through that mine, but an egg? We've got a real chance here. Of course, always a catch. Whatever you need to do to break that egg out, you do it. But I'm gonna make damn sure he knows we're watching.
Sorry for the delay. Getting the eggs down here was trickier than I thought. Greetings, Foreman.
Enough with the apologies, Revis. Our mutual friend told me everything. Where are these egg heaps?
Oh, yes, I'll put them down by the dock. Should make the cleanup a bit less onerous. Feel free to go down there and inspect them. I'll just need a moment before we begin.
This better work. We've got a lot riding on this.
Loftar's gone, right? Good. I have news of the unpleasant variety. Based on the looks of the egg heaps, I'd say our royal egg is near to hatching. If the queen emerges before we put her in the mine, the workers will reject her. Our misadventures in the mine gave me an idea. Kwama seem particularly susceptible to tonal magic, and tonal magic is simply the creative manipulation of sound. I propose we sing our young queen a lullaby. What? No. Simple music and a dash of magic should do. We just need a bard, preferably one that puts people to sleep. I can amplify the tones through magic to make a soothing, enchanted melody. It's brilliant. Yes, and what's more, I know a bard who can do it. Vigard the Sparrow. He's a talentless hack, but he's proven very adept at putting audiences to sleep. Word around town is that he's headed south. Track him down and tell him I sent you. That should be enough.
Help me to hurry, make haste. It's me that these filthy creatures want to taste. The hero approaches, a warrior without peer. Alas, all my gold was squandered on beer. The hero is selfless, the hero is kind. The hero won't kill me and rob me blind. I hope. I'm sorry. I always sing when I'm nervous. But I don't have any reason to worry now, right? No reason to quake and shiver with fright. Nisus? Those dirty miners don't understand my craft. Practically tossed me out on my ear the last time I visited. Rivas has always been kind to me, though. Very well, I'll meet you there. An impromptu performance for a Telvanni mage. Very exciting.
you are! Are you a party to this ridiculous plan? We're paying some bard to sing to dung piles now? To soothe the royal egg with the power of music? Are you all deranged? This sounds like something out of a children's story. How is Lothar falling for this? It's clearly part of Revis's evil plan. Yes, we report this latest disaster to House Redoran, and they force House Telvanni to pay for our losses. While they're at it, they can provide us with another Quama Queen. A simple solution for a simple problem. That's beside the point. The house is very busy, dealing with some pressing threat to all of Vardenfell, no doubt. They'll be here any moment. I can feel it. The foreman wants to see you. He's down with everyone else at the docks preparing for this latest farce. While you are all playing your games, I'll be giving my report to House Redoran. They should be along any minute now.
There's my favorite hero. Everything is prepared. If you're ready, we can get started. Remember what I told you, Vigard? The sound of your voice should help soothe the Queen. Just sing from the heart.
I will, Revis. Settle in, everyone. I've written a song for just this occasion. I think you'll enjoy it. Oh, Quama, sweet Quama, don't you wanna be a mama?
Something's happening. I think... Oh no. What is that?
Oh, look at that. It's just a baby.
Oh no! Something's wrong! Everybody run!
I wasn't worried. Were you worried?
That was your last chance, Revis. To Sovngarde with you and your schemes.
Finally,
Manor is right. The resonator activating, the Queen getting killed, that poor Bard losing his life. It's all my fault. I deserve everything that's coming to me. More like quarantining myself. I'm a natural disaster masquerading as a person. If I just sit here quietly, no one else will get hurt. Besides, we're out of options. Other than breaking into the mine and planting the egg in the nursery, of course. You know, fetch it. You're right. I'm the one who got the miners into this mess, and I'm going to damn well be the one who gets them out. It will be dangerous, though. Planting things in Quama mines always carries risk. I knew I could count on you. Head to the mines and look for the nursery. I'll retrieve the royal egg and meet you there. Once we plant the egg, the workers will almost certainly attack. You'll have to fend them off until the Queen emerges. Thank goodness you're here. We have to hurry. Our little queen-to-be is stirring. No time for pleasantries. Yes, and soon. We need to get Her Majesty inside the nursery before that happens. If the Queen doesn't take on the scent of the colony, the workers will reject her. So yes, urgency. Yes, exactly that. Kwama workers produce a pheromone unique to their colony. Unfortunately, these colonies often compete over resources, making them natural enemies. Hence the infanticide. Now, if you don't mind, this egg is getting very heavy. After you. Once this is down, the other Kwama are going to try and stop it from hatching. Make sure it does. Once they see it's a queen, they'll leave it alone. I'll head outside to ensure no one comes in before you're done. Good luck.
All right, not quite for Mummy.
Damn it, Manor. Are these Redoran Oathmen ever going to arrive? Where are they?
They'll be here soon. The chance to punish this treacherous Telvanni is too good to pass up. House Redoran is going to make your house pay dearly, Revis.
I temper your expectations. I'm Telvanni, true, but my relationship with the Council is distant at best. I doubt it will mean as much as you think.
I was wondering where you'd gotten off to. Thought you might have moved on. I certainly wouldn't blame you. Between Manor and this owl-brained Telvanni, I'm about ready to head back to Skyrim myself. How are things in the mine? What? You're not joking, are you? I mean, I'm grateful if that's the truth, but how? So, Revis wasn't trying to destroy us after all. He's still got a lot of explaining to do, but for what it's worth, I'm happy I was wrong about him. Oh gods, what a day. I've had enough excitement for 10 lifetimes. I'm just anxious to get back to work. Here, take this. Without you, we'd still be dragging half-mad miners out of there. It'll take some time to get the mine up and running, but with a new queen, I bet we'll be even more prosperous than before. Thanks, friend, and safe travels. Revis, our friend here told me what you did. I'm still madder than a shaved cave bear, but you're free to go.
What?
Excuse me?
You got us a queen. Don't get me wrong, I don't want you mending my clothes or making my food. I'd probably wind up naked and poisoned. But you did what you said you'd do. That's good enough for me.
Have you lost your mind? This miscreant can't be allowed to leave. House Redwin will hear of this. I'll report you too. I'll report this whole fetching town.
I'd be worried if I thought Manor's word counted for anything. Stay out of trouble, Revis. I mean it.
Well, I certainly didn't expect that. I thought the foreman was going to strangle me with his belt, but now we part company as friends. Remarkable. I owe it all to you. Without your help, my head would be decorating some Redorans parlor. I'm at a loss. Help with the mine, of course, provided Lothar lets me. I have to learn to fix my mistakes, or better yet, to not make them in the first place. I suspect the miners are still suffering from the resonator's effects. I'm sure I could brew a remedy. I'm getting the impression that Manor's threats don't count for much without the foreman's support. I doubt I have much to worry about. Thank you again. If you ever need another rare egg or need something broken, feel free to call on me, all right?
What do you say we try some of the local fare? I'm famished.
By the three, I've never seen the mountain so active. And Bardao, I swear the moonlit looks like it's about to fall from the sky. I can't wait to set sail and put dry ground behind me. I was planning on sailing to Sadrith Mora next, but I don't mind taking you to an Alliance capital. Trade is always good in the capitals.
We depart within the hour. Where are you headed? Tell me.
I can't wait to take a load off at the inn. Just tired of walking anyway.
If you have a letter from the Forge Mother, then you've come to the right place. And we don't even care that you're one of those Khajiit-loving, Bosmer-liking, preening like a high elf, card-carrying members of the Aldmeri Dominion. No offense. And here I am, all the way from the icy nethers of Hrothgar, to officially welcome you and transport you to Orsinium. Of course, I'm also supposed to make sure you're willing to do a little hard work. There's no room for shirkers on my wagon. I sent a caravan full of food and supplies to Orsinium. Once there, everything will be distributed to the outlying clans to help them make it through the winter. The caravan's slow. I want you to catch up with it and see it safely to the city. The caravan should have just entered Hrothgar territory. I can take you as far as the entry gates, but you'll have to make it from there on your own. This is important. If those supplies don't reach the city, the smaller clans don't stand a chance. I can take you as far as the border gate. Then I have to come back in case anyone else shows up with an invitation. Just catch up to the caravan and escort it to the city. Then introduce yourself to Forge Mother Alga. She's expecting you. Let's go.
Off we go!
You there. We need help. Our caravan. They came out of nowhere. Attacked us. Stole our cargo. The orcs need those supplies. The Winterborn. From the Reach. They ambushed us. Leaped out of the damn snow. It's like they knew we were coming. After that, it was all a blur.
By the gods, they turned people into ice. They shattered them. We were taking food and supplies to Orsinium. Once there, everything was supposed to be distributed to the outlying clans to help them make it through the winter. Without those supplies, many orcs will die. I don't want to be responsible for that. The remains of the caravan and the surviving members of the crew are just down the road. I don't know where the marauders took the stolen cargo, but maybe someone in the crew saw where they went. No, not all of us. We had a number of warriors among the crew, hired to keep guard. But we were no match for the Winterborn marauders. Some of the traders, though, they raced after them. Those supplies, their clans need them to survive the winter. We were going to help them, but an orc patrol showed up. Some chieftain named Bosrock told us to stay out of the way. The orcs went after the marauders, but they haven't come back yet. Someone's got to save the traders and recover those supplies.
What are you doing? We can't let Chief Bosrock deal with the Winterborn
Come all this
by
way to
himself.
die, Elf? That isn't what I signed up for.
Damn it! Where are all these Winterborn marauders coming from? Anyone see where the chief...
I guess this is a fight now.
Did Orsinium send you? Are you part of the reinforcements? The Winterborn came out of nowhere. It happened so fast. They took our cargo into the hills and the orc peasants chased them. That's when Chief Bosrog and his warriors arrived. Our caravan was heading for Orsinium, the new orc city, when the Winterborn landed on the wagons like flesh flies on Skiva pie. The orc peasants refused to let their supplies be taken, so they chased the marauders into the hills. In case you haven't noticed, these cracked acorns aren't worth their weight in bloodberry pudding. Besides, before we could rally our forces, Chief Bosrog and his orc warriors arrived. He told us to wait here and then went after the marauders. I knew I liked you the moment I saw you. Chief Bosrog is big and mean and looks like he can fight. But there were an awful lot of marauders. Iceheart's Winterborn won't stop until Bosrog and all the orc peasants are dead. You better hurry. I will, eventually. Maybe. I mean, look around. These people are injured. What happens if the Winterborn come back? Someone has to protect them, keep them from being picked off one by one. Anyway, I'll keep them safe while you help Chief Bosrog. This caravan brought me. I thought we already covered that. Oh, you mean specifically? The invitation. You got one too, didn't you? It talked about testing yourself against the most savage land in Tamriel. That was a challenge I couldn't pass up. He's a chief, in charge of an orc clan or something. If you ask me, he's got more than a chip on his shoulder. It's a whole damn mountain. I don't think he's a big supporter of King Korog, but he saved us before he went to help the peasants. No, we were the caravan guards. Bosrog said he was on patrol, looking for Winterborn marauders. Some scary Reach warlord named Iceheart leads them. Even Bosrog seemed a bit nervous just talking about him. Now go help the chief before it's too late.
I don't want to hurt you, but now I'm going to. That was a bit of a warm-up.
Keep your heads down and don't move! Chief Bosrog will be back for the rest of us as soon as he can!
We found them! Leave no orc alive!
They're coming for us! I'm still here.
There's more of them! Watch out!
We'll head back to the caravan. Stupid.
Poor bastards never had a chance. I saw what you did out there. Thanks for helping the clan orcs. The ones in here, I think it's too late to help them. Iceheart. He froze them solid. The bastards got magic, the likes of which I've never seen. Yes, I'm with Bosrog. We were out on patrol when we saw the Winterborn attack the caravan. By the time we reached the wagons, the marauders had already stolen the supplies, and a group of orc peasants were trying to chase them down. Stupid peasants. Yorfon Iceheart. He's the most powerful of the Winterborn warlords that have been raiding Hrothgar the past few years. Since he arrived from the Reach, the attacks have gotten worse. Iceheart is strong, ambitious, and extremely dangerous. I like your courage, but I don't think you'll get to test it today. If Iceheart was still around, we'd be frozen solid by now. My guess? He got what he wanted and hightailed it out of here. A shame, really. The outlying clans need those supplies. Enough food and supplies to get the outlying clans through the winter. Without those supplies, the clans are going to starve. Chief Bosrog went to track down the marauders and find the supplies. If he fails, I don't know what we're going to do. Search the area and see if you can find anything that even hints as to where the marauders disappeared to. If you happen to pick up their trail, find Chief Bosrog. He'll know what to do. Leave no stone unturned. Anything you uncover will prove useful.
Where did you take our supplies?
I really don't like your odds.
Tell me what I want to know. Even thinking! These supplies belong! The clan peasants. Are they on their way to Orsinium?
The soldiers escorted
You're
them
the
and
outsider
wounded
who leaped
outsiders.
into the bear's den to fight the Winterborn? Oh, Shan, the wood elf, mentioned you. Surprised you didn't end up all bruised and bloody like the rest of these fools. This is our home, not an amusement for your pleasure. And I appreciate that. Doesn't change the fact that I despise that you're here, though, sticking your nose in our business. Ah, yes. The King's invitation. And what a royal bag of snakes that is. Look, you have my thanks for saving those people. As much as I hate it, I owe you a favor. But right now, I need to determine where they took the stolen supplies. Let me see that. We've been betrayed, and for gold, no less. By Malakath, I'll make sure someone pays for this. Look, I need to protect the next caravan to come through the Merchant's Gate. If you truly want to help Hrothgar, then you will help me. This note indicates that the traitor has interests in the city. I want you to track down this traitor and find our stolen shipments. The fastest way to get on my good side, and on Kurog's, is to expose the traitor and recover our supplies. I suggest you start your search in the inn. Gold and dark dealings often go hand in hand with drinking and celebrating. Don't disappoint me. I hate putting my trust in outsiders. Do everyone a favor and prove me wrong. I'm the chief of the Farron clan, one of the oldest and strongest clans in all of Hrothgar. Kurog makes it sound like tradition is a bad thing, but by Malakath's broken tooth, tradition is the lifeblood of our culture. It's who we are. You're a long way from home, and sticking your nose where it doesn't belong. That's a good way to get it cut off, at least in my stronghold. Still, Malakath would call me a fool if I turned down help when it was freely offered. Unfortunately, not even orcs are immune to greed. War provides too many opportunities for those willing to trade in lives and suffering. Gold. It turns brother against brother. We were better off when we bartered for everything we needed. Look for anything that would link this traitor to the note you found. Someone with a lot of gold to spend would be a good start. Then there are the Khajiit traders that were mentioned. How many of the cat people could there be in Orsinium?
Lieutenant Fairfax and the guard at Hinault Farm. You have my thanks.
Interest? About time. Maybe he finally sold some of those trinkets he loves so much.
I ain't complaining and I ain't asking questions. I'm just glad I finally got paid. It's a good day, friend. I've got gold in my pocket and a full mug in my hand. So what can I do for you? I don't see how that's any of your business. And if you're thinking of trying to rob me, well, think again. I need this gold for my daughter. Now leave me be or I'll hit you with my mug. Oh, why didn't you just say so? Being all mysterious and scaring a person half to death? So, why are you looking for Gulag? By Trinamax deformed toe, if this gold is illegal, my Shilha needs her potions. All right, let's try this. If you forget all about what we were discussing, then I might have information that will help you. Do you agree? Right. You never heard this from me, but Gulag left here a little while ago to talk to those Khajiit traders. You know, the ones who showed up recently? And if nothing else, you should be able to smell him. He wears some kind of fancy fragrance, says it keeps the spirits docile. The Khajiit sold it to him. You ask me, it smells like a dead horker left out too long in the sun. Follow that scent and it'll lead you right to him.
Getting a good sniff of this place, eh?
Gulag's scent. It's almost enough to make this one want to stop dealing with him.
Arusha would agree, except for all the gold he gave us. He's got the luck of Joan and Jode, even if he smells like a dead horker.
This one hopes we are blessed with half his luck and twice his gold, but not his scent.
Is ours for as long as we want. I paid in advance.
You didn't have 2 gold pieces to rub together last time I saw you, Gulag. What changed?
And who might you be? Go find another bathhouse. I hired this one for the entire day.
I'll let you deal with this, Gulag, darling. I'm going to go and get something to drink.
What's this about? If you aren't here to use the baths, it must be about my tonics. Well, I can assure you, my tonics are guaranteed to cure whatever ails you. It just takes time. And multiple applications. What? I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm a loyal subject of the king. I don't have anything to do with any damn Winterborn. No, I can explain. The people of this city, I made a deal for them. Gold from the Winterborn allows me to produce my tonics at a fraction of the cost. I'm doing this for the people. The outlying clans, they're enemies of this city and our king. Their chiefs refuse to accept the king's rule. They'd rather stay stuck in their old ways and traditions. Meanwhile, the poor of this city can't afford medicine. I'm saving lives. A small price to pay for a larger gain. I've been loyal to this city since before you outsiders started arriving. You have no right to judge me. Fine. What's the use? See what happens when you just try to help? The supplies were sent to Frostbreak Fortress. That's where the Winterborn warlord, Yorfan Iceheart, plans to regroup his forces. I'm sure he's guarding the supplies personally. Do what you will. My tonics are out in the city now, getting to the people who need them. Sure, I won't be able to enjoy the rest of my gold, but I accomplished what I set out to do.
Once again, welcome to Orsinium. I look forward to working with you on this grand endeavor. Ah, another traveler arrives in our grand city. Welcome, welcome. Are you one of the chosen? Do you bear the letter from the Forge Mother? I am a High Priestess of Trinimac, serving in Orsinium's temple. Like you, I'm here at the request of Forge Mother Alga to help revive the ancient traditions of truth, honor, and unity. I also greet new arrivals. Tell me, how is your journey? We've received similar reports. Just one of a series of unfortunate incidents that we plan to rectify. Orsimer soldiers and even the king himself are looking into this. King Korog believes that even those who refuse his rule must be cared for. Truly. Perhaps we can still recover the supplies the clans need to survive the winter. The decision to invite outsiders to our land has already reaped untold benefits. Tell me, where have the Winterborn hidden the supplies? You located the stolen supplies and uncovered our betrayer. Trinimac surely sent you to us in our time of need. Take this reward for helping our people. And you must present yourself to Forge Mother Alga. Look, here she comes now.
Is this one of the outsiders who responded to my invitation, High Priestess?
Yes, Grand Forge Mother.
Thank you, Solgra. I will speak to the outsider. Come, outsider. We have much to discuss. So our ambassador finally found you. Took a damn time. But you're here now, and that's what counts. Welcome to Orsinium. Amazing how fast we rebuilt the place, isn't it? Orsimer can do anything when we work together. The damn Reachmen and their foul magic. It provides the Winterborn with an unlimited number of soldiers to send against us. Even so, our soldiers have dispatched all but one of their warlords. That bastard, Yorfan Iceheart. Where are the supplies? Trinimac smiles upon us, then. My son, King Korog, has already traveled to Frostbreak Fortress to deal with Warlord Iceheart directly. Without a strong leader, the Winterborn threat will fade away. You must go and tell the king about the supplies. There are two things my son can't resist: food and battle. When he learned of Iceheart's location, he rushed to deal with the warlord personally. Help him end the threat and recover the supplies. The unification of the Orc clans depends on it. The Winterborn pose a threat to all of Hrothgar. Yorfan Iceheart in particular has long been a thorn in our side. The king issued the order to invite you to our land. If the Winterborn are defeated thanks to that order, the clans will take notice. Of course. But many of our best warriors are off helping the Alliance. Besides, the other clan chiefs are too busy seeking their own glory. My son needs someone at his side who has nothing to prove. Someone without an axe to grind. Someone like you. The accursed Winterborn of the Reach. Under the Longhouse Emperors, they dominated these mountains. But the mountains belong to us now.
We've driven the cowards back, but their leader, Yorfon Iceheart, still lives. It's time to change that. You can find my son at the camp outside Frostbreak Fortress. It's an old Breton fort southwest of Orsinium. We've been laying siege to the place for weeks, but Iceheart and his rats have burrowed deep. Go and help my son exterminate the vermin. This is Orsinium. Don't you know our traditions? Kurog is king, the chief of our clan, and every clan far and wide. When it comes to war, he's in command. Everything else is better left to the capable skills of his mother and wives. Oh yes, and many times over, just like any other clan chief. Noroga the Huntwife, Tuga the Forgewife, Baratal the Hearthwife, and he has a few shield wives as well. They're all fine young women. Kurog's been well matched. I've seen to that. High Priestess Solgra? Oh, we couldn't have done any of this without her. She upholds the ancient traditions, traditions we sorely need right now. With her help, we will restore the true religion of the Orsimer, the religion of Trinimac. Trinimac the warrior, the paragon. Once he was our patron, our god. He encompasses the true ideals of the Orsimer. Strength, honor, and unity. Talk to High Priestess Solgra. She speaks of Trinimac with more elegance and passion than I can manage.
You know, I like to think I'm agreeable.
Let's ride!
I want all the soldiers from all of the clans to circle the fort. Iceheart
We
won't
won't be
escape
safe
from me
until
this
all
time.
of
Our
the
soldiers
Winterborn
know
are
what to
dead.
do, Kira.
Now fire!
You can count on that.
Then maybe this victory will finally convince you and the other chiefs to fully accept my claim to the throne. Do you always just barge into the king's tent without so much as a by your leave? Who in the name of First Forge do you think you are, troll breath? So, you're one of the outsiders my mother's been harping about. I'm Kurog, king of the Orsimer. Welcome to my war. Your timing's perfect. I'm just finishing this damn fine leg of chubloon. You hungry? I do enjoy a good meal before a fight. It's a good thing that that's where we're going, then. This siege was taking too long anyway. Your Fawn Iceheart is the last of the Winterborn warlords, and frankly, I'm ready to be done with him. He knows we're coming, so I'm expecting a good fight. You bet your arse I told him we were coming. Fair's fair. And it probably scared the ice water out of his veins. I want to see you in action. You lead, I'll follow. Now, let's go kill old Iceheart. Then we can return to Orsinium and feast. We need to find a way into that fort to get to Iceheart. Talk to the siege commander.
Don't let
and see
up!
if they can get
Hit
us
the
inside.
Winterborn with everything we've got!
Look at those catapults fly. I'm amazed the towers can withstand the punishment. The Bretons must have used orc crafters, and they built that place to last. But never fear, the Winterborn won't have a fort to protect them for much longer. Kurog summoned the chiefs of Hrothgar to besiege the Winterborn. One of our biggest problems are those Briarheart monstrosities. For every one we kill, 2 more take its place. I know there's a solution, but damn if it doesn't keep eluding us. We need to get inside the fort. Find out where they're spawning those abominations. But the damn harpies! We can't walk 5 steps without becoming bird food. Siege Commander Dolph's working on a plan. I hope it's a good one, for all our sakes. This is the Winterborn's final stand. We destroy the Briarhearts, while Kurog deals with their warlord, Iceheart. If we succeed, Kurog will have ended a threat that has plagued us for far too long. Maybe then I'll consider accepting him as our king. Surprising, isn't it? We're pretty sure they're all connected through the Hagravens, or whatever you call those ugly old hags. It wouldn't surprise me if the Briarhearts are also their creation. They're all vile, a lot of them. The Briarheart warriors are like the undead, only worse. They talk to each other, think on their own, behave just like any other soldier. But there's no way they're alive. Not with half their chest hanging wide open. I guess you haven't experienced a Winterborn raid yet. You can actually see their foul hearts beating inside their open chests. Except they aren't hearts at all. More like some sort of malignant growth. It's unsettling to see, to say the least. You can say that. It started when he claimed the title of king. Many chiefs aren't ready to bend their knee to Kurog. It's not the orc way. But Kurog knows how to conduct a battle. Look around. No clan could muster a force such as this. Kurog believes that the orcs need a united kingdom. We've banded together to defend our land, but beyond that, we'll see. The Winterborn have been ransacking Hrothgar for years. At least Kurog has brought us together to try to put an end to that. Perhaps. But tradition sometimes is too high a wall to climb over. We're a proud and stubborn people. New ideas, they frighten us. And Kurog is full of new ideas. A new city, a new god. It's more than many of us can take. But if he wins the day...
For King Kurog! For Orsinium!
If you don't find the alchemist and destroy those nests, we'll never break this siege. You heard him! For the king!
Get down!
No! No! Let me go!
Damn it! I lose more soldiers that way.
Looks like General Dulf could use a hand.
You brought the king here? Then welcome to our siege camp. Sorry you had to see those damn harpies at work. I'm not sure King Korog should be walking around out in the open, but I've got a barrel full of my own worries to deal with. If you want to become bird food, I'm not going to stop you. And after losing more soldiers to the harpies, I'm ready to accept any help I can get. Besides, anything is better than what the little wood elf was able to accomplish. Sent her in with a squad of orcs to deal with the harpy nests on the towers. Figured if the nests were on fire, the distraction would allow another squad to get in and put an end to the Briarhearts. But both groups have disappeared without a trace. A volunteer. I appreciate that kind of go-get-'em attitude. If you do manage to find either of the missing squads, remind them that they have their orders. I expect them to complete their missions. The outcome of this siege depends on them. The main path is too well defended. You'll be a lamb led to the slaughter if you go that way. Our siege provides some cover, so you might be able to sneak around the left side of the fort. And the right side is clear, except for the harpies. I sent the Wood Elf and one squad to set fire to the harpy nests. The other squad is supposed to find the source of the Briarhearts and put an end to that threat. But everything hinged on dealing with the harpies. We just can't get past the birds. My siege engineers can easily calibrate the trebuchets to launch direct strikes against the Eyrie towers. They just need something to target. That's the first squad's mission. Mark the Eyrie so we can knock it out of the sky. The Winterborn zombies? Not much. Our alchemist, Alinen, has some experience dealing with the Reach. He thinks the Hagravens grow the hearts, planting them and harvesting them like grapes from a vine. A disgusting image, I know, but that's Alinen. That's what Alinen thinks. As long as he can put a stop to the foul things, I don't care how crazy his ideas sound. But he's with the second squad, somewhere on the other side of those walls. Without Alinen, things get much more complicated.
I hope you're watching. The last of them. I expect. Wait.
to hurt you, but now I'm going to.
Never used to fight this much. When I met you.
Soldiers, lower your weapons. Looks like reinforcements have arrived. You and the king have come to our aid? We're honored. But we've been trapped in here for too long. We still have a mission to complete. Once again, we underestimated the Winterborn's capabilities. They caught scent of us as soon as we penetrated the walls. Harpies from above, Winterborn from all sides. We lost a lot of soldiers before we were able to take refuge in this tower. We need to get our archer into position to mark the Harpy Eyries so that our catapults can target them and destroy them. We lost all of our archers. The Wood Elf's all we have left. I hope she's as good of a shot as she claims to be. Our squad split off right after we entered the fortress. They're protecting the Breton alchemist who's supposed to be able to put an end to the Briarheart threat. But it doesn't matter if they're dead or alive if we don't deal with the Harpies. If you can clear us a path to the towers, we can get the elf into position so she can loose her signal arrows. Then the catapults can do their work. We need to hurry. We've lost too much time already.
Perfectly good troops to the Winterborn.
Keep up, Elf. Those Harpies aren't going to kill themselves.
So many stairs.
No time for complaints either. We have a mission to complete.
All right. Pushy orc. Just tell me when you want me to make the strike. Gusting winds, flying birds trying to eat us, fire everywhere. But that up there, that's a stationary target that needs an arrow in it. Just tell me when you want me to make the strike.
tower secure. Good work, outsider. The Wood Elf is right behind me.
I'm getting really tired of you orcs trying to leave me be... That's strange. Where did the sergeant go? Oh, typical. Now I know why Orsinium put out that call for help. Well, at least you're still here. Let me know when you want me to light the signal. Do me a favor and don't let any of those filthy harpies get too close. I'd hate to get carried off because I was busy concentrating on making this ridiculously easy strike. Speaking of which, let me know when you want me to loose my arrow. 2 Ares destroyed, no problem. Now, let's find the Breton alchemist.
The Winterborn know how to set up a defense. This will be a battle to run.
Well, no, I guess it wouldn't. Maybe they should try that.
All right. On the count of 3, I'll just run and not look back. Wait, who's there?
So this is where the...
Well, I'll be damned. I remember you. You helped Darien and me back in Camlorn. You get around a lot, don't you? Have you come all this way to help me? Maybe we still have a chance to salvage this mission yet. Well, we were supposed to wait until the nests were destroyed before heading inside to find the source of the Briarhearts. But Winterborn, they found us, overwhelmed the soldiers. I ran. I'm not proud of it, but I'm alive. That's what matters. Someone has to destroy the source of the Briarhearts, and I've dealt with the Reach before. They're a rather unhealthy obsession of mine. I know their beliefs, the way they attune with nature. Those Briarhearts, they're as natural as you and I. I have an inkling, but I need to get inside to confirm it. I need to see how they're applying their magic. That will lead me right to the source of the Briarhearts. But you'll need to keep me alive. A lot of people are counting on me to succeed. There's nothing else we can do out here. Let's get inside. I was the only alchemist available. I wish I wasn't, but here I am. Besides, they needed someone who had some experience with the Reach. Of course, I never expected to end up in the middle of a siege. I first encountered the phenomenon back in Glenumbra. Well, the ones back there were a little different, but Reach magic is Reach magic. From what I've been able to observe, when a Winterborn warrior falls, the Briarhearts are used to somehow bring them back from the dead. I think the Hagravens have something to do with the process. Not unlike the Bloodthorn zombies, remember? I believe the Briarhearts are grown. If that's the case, I can destroy them. I'll know for certain once we get inside and I can examine the process. I want to make sure I mix the elixir correctly. Wouldn't want to inadvertently make them stronger.
Oh, good! You found him.
Ready when you are.
Come, follow me.
If my suspicions are correct, we shouldn't have any trouble finding what I'm looking for.
We're all going to die down here, aren't we?
Keep your eyes open. We're looking for a plant or a root. Something that doesn't appear quite natural. Something odd, out of place. Something like this. Now there's something you don't see every day. A tree growing out of a corpse. I'd say this is what we're looking for. This sapling is but a root, however. Small part of a greater whole. Reach magic corrupts nature. It uses its innate properties to forge terrible powers. The Briarhearts require a larger plant to nurture them and make them grow. But this vile sapling is certainly connected. I can feel energy flowing through it. We need to destroy some of these saplings. Cut off their power to weaken the central tree. Once weakened, I can apply an alchemical solution to the central tree, wherever it grows, and hopefully destroy it, roots and all. Reach magic invades nature, the way a plague violates an infirm body. It changes its host, taking hold and letting its corruption grow stronger. It creates defenses, barriers that can't be easily overcome. It needs to be weakened before we lay siege. Find the saplings and burn as many as you can. That will weaken the corruption and make the defenses more fragile. Meanwhile, I'll concoct a potion using clippings from these little ones. Leave the elf here if you would. I could use the protection. Leave the sapling I found alone. I'll use it to prepare and test my elixir while you burn as many of the others as you can. By the time you return, I'll have developed a poison powerful enough to eat through the central tree's weakened defenses. No, not exactly. In some ways it's the same, but in many others it's completely different. The last time I dealt with Reach magic, they were utilizing vines as big as you or I. This is an entirely new type of twisted magic, even for them. I helped you and Darien cure lycanthropy in a burning town full of cultists and werewolves. If I can mix a potion in those kinds of conditions, I think I can handle anything.
I do love a good roasting. Look at it burn!
You lead.
Magic that isn't just
even though you're
vile
already
and
defeated.
disgusting?
What sad little creatures you are. You think you are clever, burning tiny saplings. But they are mere children compared to our beloved tree. Your actions do not surprise me. Orcs and allies all believe they are stronger than the Reach. Foolish even to the end. I am preparing myself. Going through the ritual period of solitude before they place the Briarheart in my body. Once I take my place as a Briarheart warrior, I will kill you and rain death down upon the orcs who befoul our land. Angry, I am burning with a righteous rage. Once I have joined the ranks of the Briarheart warriors, that anger will fuel my vengeance and bring justice to my people.
What haven't the orcs done? They claim land that rightfully belongs to the Reach. They attack and kill my people. They eat food that should be eaten by Winterborn. They are animals. Not even the help of outsiders will save them from my wrath. Our magic, you will never understand. To receive a Briarheart is a precious gift. To receive one while I'm still alive, that is a singular honor. The Hagravens give us these gifts, even as they care for the tree upon which the sacred fruit grows. What a terrible enemy you are. You don't even know about the source of your own doom. I would feel sorry for you, but instead I just want to kill you even faster. Of course I know about the tree. It gives the sacred fruit life. It is strong, powerful, eternal. It cannot be destroyed. It hates you, you know, because you burn its babies. I will kill you for doing that too, once I get my Briarheart. You think you can destroy our eternal tree with fire and axes? Ah! Your tools are useless! The tree's roots run strong and deep. But please, feel free to give it a try. The Hagravens will eat your eyes and use your body for fertilizer.
I think I'm getting good at this. Well, I probably shouldn't have heard that. Big family, you have to know how to scrap.
So, I don't suppose you... maybe... might have seen Alanon on your way back? Maybe? Listen, it wasn't my fault. Alanon sent me to get him some moss that grows on the walls down here. When I got back, the alchemist was gone. Right, that's an excellent plan. But you should take this. Alanon said it was the last ingredient he needed to finish his elixir. I don't see his alchemy bag, so he must have the rest of the components with him. If the tree hasn't eaten them yet. What? No, of course not. At least, I don't think it ate him. But he told me that the Winterborn plant Briarheart seeds in dead bodies. The seed eats the body, sprouts roots, and nourishes the tree. Or something like that. I wasn't really listening. Well, I went that way to gather the moss, so he must have gone the other way. Probably turn right at the bend ahead. Let's split up. We can cover more ground that way. Besides, I kind of feel it's my fault, since I left him alone and all that.
Don't blame the elf. She was just following orders. Tell you the truth, I need more soldiers like her in my army.
It's about time you got here. Do something before I roast
Don't
up
just
here. Stand there and watch me roast. Do something. What am I doing? I'm being roasted alive. What does it look like I'm doing? What's worse, they have my alchemy bag. The elixir was nearly complete when I stumbled into that Winterborn patrol. No. We're running out of time, and you have a more important task to complete. You have to destroy the central tree, otherwise the Briarheart warriors will eventually overrun the orcs. I'll find a way out of here, somehow. Find the Hagraven that snatched my alchemy bag and grab the elixir. I couldn't wait for Eveli, so I found the moss on my own. Of course, that's when I ran into the Winterborn. Anyway, get the elixir and destroy that tree. Finish this, for me.
There you are. I was looking all over for... Hey! How'd Alanon get up there? That doesn't look very safe. We should get... I'm not 100% certain, but I bet I could break the chain holding up the cage with a few well-placed arrows. Sure. Don't worry. I've got this. You don't suppose the cage will shatter on impact, do you? No worries. I never hit anything I'm not aiming at. Well, except for that one time, but that totally doesn't count. I told Bonthorn not to move. Go on. I'll take good care of the alchemist. Hey, Alanon! I need you to stay very, very still so I can get you down.
With a bow and arrow, the cage will drop into the fire.
All right, don't cry for mummy.
Just make sure you tuck and roll.
We'll all be better off when this tree finally burns.
Pour it on the tree. The Winterborn are on their way.
I'm almost...
Defend the tree until the elixir does its work. Just don't let the Winterborn get close enough to heal it.
No! Stop the intruders! The tree must not be destroyed!
I'm getting good at this. Oh, I probably shouldn't be proud of that.
One more problem solved. Now, let's go take care of Iceheart. If you have any questions before we go in there, now's the time. I can see why my mother was so insistent about you. You're pretty good in a fight. I was gonna do this by myself, but I'm damn glad I waited for you. I'd be a fool to challenge Iceheart without you. Confident? Yes. Stupid? No. Your fine Iceheart is a legend among the Reachmen. For a while, we didn't even think he was a real person. But he's very real. And if the rumors are true, he's gonna be extremely difficult to kill. They say Yulfon has ice in his veins, that he can freeze an orc's blood with a flick of his wrist. Probably an exaggeration, but we should be careful. Either way, between the two of us, I'm certain we can beat him. Of course, more or less. But in case the battle goes badly, I should thank you now. I haven't fought alongside anyone I trusted since I became king. It's been an honor. Enough with the deep conversation. You ready to smash Iceheart's face?
Children has come to die. Your soldiers failed, Kurog, and so will you.
I love it when my enemies spot me. Helps me work up a good rage.
You treat everything like a joke. That's why the orcs refuse to follow you. You mock the fallen and dishonor their sacrifices.
Dishonor them? I'll honor them by separating your head from your body.
I can't hold out much longer.
Iceheart's blade is mine! Now maybe the clans will finally accept my rule! You don't know how good that feels. Your fond Iceheart is finally dead. Imagine you ate too much, and try as you might, you can't get out that really big belch. Then, finally, you let out a thunderous burp. Yes, that's how I feel right now. For all practical purposes, yes. The remaining Winterborn will put up a fight, but without a warlord, my soldiers should be able to wrap this up in short order. As for me, I can't wait to show off my trophy to the clan chiefs. Well, don't let me keep you. You've shown that you're capable enough. You have my full confidence. Just don't go and get yourself killed, all right? I have plans for you, my friend. Big plans! Someone needs to examine the stolen supplies and get them ready for transport. Might as well be me. Meet me back at the keep when you're done. I want you there when I tell the chiefs what we accomplished today.
found the elixir? Pour it on the tree. The Winterborn are on their way.
Get back, you fetcher! Don't like your odds. Until you've got your footing. Would it kill them to run away? Well, no, I guess it would. Maybe they should try that.
for a sermon, priestess. I'm just here to see Kurog.
I meant no offense, Chief Barzrag. I only seek to spread Trinamac's good words.
Again with these Trinamac lies. Let me show you what Malacath thinks of your stupid words.
Your anger is uncalled for, clan chiefs. Please excuse us, Solgra. I see our champion has returned.
You? They pulled you into their madness? How disappointing.
As you can see, the clan chiefs can be a contentious lot. They oppose King Kurog at every turn, especially on matters of faith. But tell me, was Kurog successful? Did you defeat the Winterborn warlord? I knew you'd be able to help Kurog in his mission. Perhaps now the other clans will see that Kurog is destined to lead us all. Once all the clans unite, just imagine the power we will wield. The king sent for them. They are a few of the more vocal opponents to my son's plans, and they refuse to bend their knees to him. They are blinded by centuries of custom and tradition. They refuse to see the glory that King Kurog wants to bestow upon us all. Instead, they stick their heads in the mud like a frightened Argonian and pretend that the old ways are so much better. My son wants to free us from the traditions that hold us back. They mire us in outdated notions and restrictions. We need to become a modern society if we want the other kingdoms to respect us, to take us seriously. King Kurog will make that happen.
Excellent! Everyone's here. The time has come. Swear allegiance to me. Orsinium will prosper once the clans unite under my rule.
This again, Kurog? Why should we submit to you this time?
Behold! I wield the Blade of Iceheart. With the help of outsiders, I have vanquished our greatest foe and retrieved the stolen supplies. The chiefs could not stop the Winterborn. Only I have accomplished that.
You asked much, Kurog. To turn away from Malacath. To abandon our most cherished customs.
Barzrag, my old friend. Your outdated ideas will be the death of me.
Don't tempt us, Kurog. Our traditions won't bend to the will of an idiot chief who decides to call himself
King! Idiot! Chief! I am your king. You would all do well to remember that. Now get out of my sight!
You embark on a dangerous path, Kurog. We won't forget this.
Treasonous bastards! I just saved their ungrateful arses, and this is the thanks I get? I even showed them Iceheart's sword! How can I create a united nation when the chiefs refuse to accept my rule? More often than not, yes. There's always some fool who wants to quote the Code of Malacath or insult my honor. It infuriates me! How can we build a respectable kingdom when we can't even abandon our most ridiculous superstitions? Targak, it was all I could do not to kill all three of those troll lovers. Let Barzrag and Dular think about what happened. I only hope they can set aside old traditions and accept the future I envision. Their support would make things much easier. For now, no. Go explore Hrothgar and get to know this great city. Enjoy yourself. When you're ready for a new challenge, find me at my private tavern in the city. I'm sure I'll have something that requires your specific skill set by then.
Winterborn ambush? The caravan? Hey, I'm talking to you! Sorry for shouting at you. It must be this city. Makes me want to walk fast and speak loudly. Oh, you must remember me. The caravan? The Winterborn ambush? Thanks again for helping us with that. Well, not me exactly. I came to Hrothgar to elevate my status, and here I am running errands for the orcs. Somewhat ignoble, but what can I say? Anyway, your assistance against the Winterborn and in recovering their supplies hasn't gone unnoticed. The king himself has requested your presence at his private tavern here in Orsinium. You must have made quite an impression. You'll have to share your secrets with me sometime. Perhaps you'll be so kind as to put in a good word about me with the king. I'd so enjoy an invitation to his court.
I just need to catch my breath. I'll be fine.
They tried to roast you. That's not how we define fine where I come from.
Compared to some of my adventures, this was practically a day at the fair. The Wood Elf got me out of that cage with a damn fine strike. Damn fine. And you handled the Briarheart tree perfectly. Well done. Indubitably. I watched the roots burn with my own eyes. The siege commander needs to hear about this, so we can press the advantage and put an end to the Winterborn threat. As for me, I'm going to relax. Somewhere in Orsinium with a very large drink. You
Let's
have your
go for some
report, soldier.
competition.
Return to the siege commander, and let's finish off.
Let's ride!
Try the Iceberry Ale. It's delicious. I love this place. Back at the keep, I'm always being pulled in a dozen directions. Fighting over here, debating over there, gives me a headache. But here, I can just eat and drink until I pass out. Took you long enough to show up. I could have you flogged for that. Ha ha ha! That look on your face! Priceless! But I'm just yanking your tusk. I usually never have anyone flogged for a first offense. It's a good thing I like you, because the last person who asked me these sorts of questions had the curiosity beaten out of him. But I don't want to fight with you. That's not why I called you here. Are you ready to listen? You helped Chief Basra. You fought at my side as we defeated Iceheart and his Winterborn warriors. In short, you impress me. People who impress me either turn out to be a help or a hindrance to my plans. Do you understand what I'm saying? Let me speak plainly. You could pose a threat to me, but I prefer to consider you an ally. Share a few drinks, like we're doing now. I could use someone like you. Someone to deal with problems that require a more personal touch. Clan chief problems. There are still stubborn chiefs out there who don't agree with my vision, who don't want to see our people united. They're stuck in the old ways, ways that have failed our people time and time again. It's time to change that. You made an impression on Bosrog. Whether he likes it or not, he owes you for helping the clans. The other chiefs respect Bosrog. We can use this whole situation to our advantage. Get them to listen to matters they would normally refuse to hear. For now, nothing. Relax, have a drink. Enjoy all the pleasantries that Roxanne and her fine establishment have to offer. But when I need you, I expect you to be ready and willing to get the job done. Oh, what are those two doing here? Damn it! You two always show up and ruin my fun.
Oh, I have not even begun to ruin your fun, my king. But let's leave the pleasantries for later. We have an urgent situation to report.
I can never tell when you're joking. Fine. What's so important?
The Trinimac Temple has been attacked, my beloved. Malakath devotees have barricaded the doors and taken the priests as hostages.
These fanatics dare to attack my city? My people? I'll deal with them personally.
You will do no such thing, my son. After what happened in the throne room, this is undoubtedly a trap.
I won't sit by while they attack my city!
This problem requires a personal solution, and I have a perfect idea. Outsider, let us talk. My son's bravery borders on stupidity. He would run off and stumble blindly into their trap without the slightest regard for his safety. We must not allow that to happen. Oh, child, I always have a better idea. My son's rage makes it difficult for him to see clearly. His instinct is to charge every problem straight on and beat it into submission. His enemies know this, and often use it against him. Bosrog and the other clan chiefs know King Kurog all too well. They expect him to attack and kill the heretics, just as the heretics will kill the hostages. Innocent lives will be lost, and blame will fall squarely on Kurog's shoulders. You are an outsider with connections to Orsinium that are tenuous at best. Enter the temple and rescue our people. If you succeed, you save innocent lives at the king's request. If you fail, well, at least the king won't be blamed. I hate this place. Nothing but dry bread and old turnips to eat.
Everyone, clear the streets and go home. Let the king's soldiers deal with this. Back away, citizen. We have enough to deal with as it is. Soldiers can't do their job with all you civilians getting underfoot. Just because you carry a weapon doesn't mean you know how to use it. And as you can see, I already have more amateur warriors volunteering to help than I can handle. Why don't you just stand back and leave this to the professionals? Right, and I'm High King Emmerich's long-lost brother. I know what you're trying to do. You're playing a dangerous game, outsider. I hope you realize that. Very well, I'll check with the Forge Mother. But if you've lied to me, I'll hunt you down, toss you in a cell, and throw away the key! I think there's a back entrance up the stairs near the Mages Guild. I sent soldiers to find it.
Any more trouble? The king sent you here to rescue the hostages, didn't he? Of course he did. That's why they recruited heroes after all, am I right? Listen, I have a plan. It's brilliant. Wanna hear it? See those hawkers behind me? Don't look. Anyway, they've been acting suspiciously. Standing around, making shifty eyes, showing odd hand gestures to passers-by. I've read enough Investigator Vale books to recognize criminal behavior when I see it. You never read Investigator Vale? The book's about the brilliant scholar who travels the world and solves crimes. She doesn't use magic or weapons. Just her charm and her wits and... Look, I'll lend you a copy later, but we need to focus here. Isn't it obvious? Look at their evil demeanor. Their villainous whispering. I bet if we rattle them, they'll run off and lead us right to the hostages. Watch. I'll just let loose an arrow. That should put the fear of Ifray into the survivor. Really? I mean, yes! I knew I liked you for a reason. Once the other one starts to run, don't let him out of your sight. He should lead you right to the hostages. On my mark. Stop, you! Thief! And there goes the other one! Get him!
Hey, I was walking here. Run into me again and I'll knock your teeth out.
Watch where you're going, you idiot!
I have a good mind to throw a lightning bolt at you.
Defend the temple!
Split up!
That should fetch a fair fetching price.
Thank Trinimac you're here. Someone has to save my fellow priests inside the temple. Please, I need your help. The priests inside the temple are at the mercy of these fanatics. Please, I think they want to kill my brothers and sisters in Trinimac. Malakath fanatics. They burst into the temple and began rounding up my fellow priests. They spat at us and shouted that we were betraying our race. They said that Chief Bazrag sent them to punish us for opposing the true god of the orcs. They made such a commotion when they barged in. I spotted them from the upper balcony and slipped out the back door. I was about to go find help when more of those ruffians surrounded me. I thought I was finished, and then you showed up. They invoke the chief's name, saying he seeks revenge against the king and any who follow the false god. I've known Chief Bazrag to be a hard man, but never a cruel man, never a murderer. What has the king done to anger him so? I see. I respect the king and all that he stands for, but his temper, it has gotten us into trouble more times than I care to remember. If it's vengeance Bazrag seeks, then the king will be responsible for the deaths of the temple priests. My fellow priests were still alive when I slipped out of the temple. But the tension in the air, I'm afraid violence is inevitable. They set up patrols inside the temple, watching for Kurog and his soldiers. If one of them spots you in there... They're holding the priests captive in the rectory. If one of the torchbearers spots you and reaches the rectory, you won't be able to save them. Avoid the torchbearers at all costs, or at least strike them down before they can sound a warning. Take this key. It will unlock the temple's rear entrance. Once inside, you'll need to find the key to the rectory, where they're holding my fellow priests. The fanatic who gives the orders, their commander, he probably has the key to the rectory. May the luck of Trinimac be with you. I'll inform the guards and try to send more help your way.
Lock the priests in the rectory. As soon as Kurog arrives, we kill them all.
Chief Basrog said to leave one of you alive.
I don't want to hurt you, but now I'm going to.
The rest of you, time to die.
Please, there's no need for this insanity. Just leave us alone! kill us.
My courage has fled.
I don't know how to thank you. These fanatics, they beat us, threatened us. They told us they were going to kill us as soon as the king or his soldiers showed up. But you got in without alerting them. You saved us. The others, though... High Priestess Solgra and our brothers and sisters in Trinimac. The fanatics gathered us up and forced us in here. But Solgra, she isn't one to put up with such nonsense. She put a blade into one of them and ran into the back to help the others. I have the key. I'll open the door for you. Find the others, please. I don't know what Solgra planned to do, but she had that look in her eyes when the fanatics started hurting our people. Solgra and the others should be somewhere through this door. Don't let her escape!
I'll die before I let you hurt the others!
Orders be damned! You're going to die for that!
Fine. I plan to kill a dozen more if you don't leave my temple now. Got a little overwhelming. Don't worry about me. I'll be fine once I catch my breath. Just got the wind knocked out of me a little, that's all. Not exactly. They claimed to be devoted followers of Malakath, and said they were working for Chief Bazrag. They caught us by surprise, threatened us. Did you run into Ugus? How are he and the others faring? Well, that puts my mind at ease. I hated leaving them, but the others back here needed help too. But I'm still not completely certain what the attackers hoped to accomplish. Why take us hostage? Why not simply kill us and be done with it? Spill the blood of innocents and blame the king for their deaths, for not being able to protect his people. What a fiendish scheme. But the king sent you in his stead. Very astute on his part. That decision may have saved many lives. We were supposed to assume they were Malakath devotees, but they didn't seem particularly religious to me. Even I don't believe Malakath would sanction a slaughter such as this. They mentioned Chief Bazrag, though. Said he gave them their orders. I've always found the chief to be noble, but it doesn't take a lot to change a person. His forts ravaged, his traditions threatened. I can see how such things could lead to this. The king and the Forge Mother must be told what happened here.
This is the last of them! Let's finish these bastards off!
Move! Scatter!
All right, don't cry for mummy.
I'm glad to see you and the priest alive. I believe things may have played out very differently if you hadn't agreed to my plan. But what of the High Priestess? Is Solgra all right? That is good news indeed. I will make sure that a military contingent protects this temple going forward. It will not be left undefended again. Increased patrols around the perimeter, soldiers assigned to guard the inside of the temple. The priests will not have to live in fear of another attack, not so long as my son is king. I assume you know who claimed responsibility for this? Bosrog has never agreed with Kurog. He made threats in the throne room, as I'm sure you heard. Besides, his boldness and devotion to Malacath are legendary. It appears Bosrog wishes to challenge our king. My son needs to solidify his hold on the clans. All of the chiefs must accept Kurog as their king for the betterment of the Orsimer people. If we gain support of the clans, we can stop Bosrog without inciting an all-out war. You have done much already. Many lives were in danger, yet somehow you managed to make sure none were lost. Please, take this, for being so careful with my people and keeping their safety in mind. We will find you again when the king needs you. Solgra, my child, come join us. Are you injured? Should I call a healer?
Thanks to our friend, I am well and ready to serve.
Yes, our call for assistance has already proven to be a more than worthwhile endeavor.